It's a lovely day. A lovely day out there. Paddy's weekend. I'm actually anti-Nazi, so I'm not really happy about it. Actually, if it was actually patriotic, there's nothing to celebrate. The Rome gentrifying, stealing Mother Mary, and well, kind of unifying Peter, Paul, and Mary, but it's still at the same time. Yeah, anyway. Um, yeah, and I don't want to be making this video because it's for the well-being of people who are trying to harm me or pay off a bill. And it's an easy way to pay off a bill by harming somebody. You could get $1,000 off your bill by killing somebody. So a lot of stone cold crackheads just let themselves get into debt and pay it all off by just stabbing some bystanders. Um, yeah, trades for goods. Um, and I'm sainted. I'm a made man actually, and rather clairvoyant, and so I can tell these things are coming. Or not clairvoyant, psychic. Made man. I can't be harmed, and you're supposed to follow my commands. If you've watched any gangster movie, I'm like a don. You're supposed to do me no harm and follow my commands. And even if you don't respect that, you could die. Um, that's why all the people died in Godfather 1. They didn't respect Michael. So this is weird that I have to make this video to save you from yourself when I could be out skateboarding. So yeah, I'm a made man. The Deluminate, French royalty, Rose World, there's loads of other societies I'm not going to mention because I'll actually get more trouble with them if I mention them. Flocked to Ireland 10 years ago to, well, first, to be my friend, but they didn't want to make a queue and form an orderly line for all world leaders. So they just robbed the shit out of me and take me to your leader or take me to your leader's wife and stole. I mean, they might have murdered and cloned many of my friends and family. So you can sense some sympathy on the situation. They're very rich and powerful people. Clones are inexpensive. And they really, really want to tear my life apart. Because I'm a made man and they want that kind of stuff. Angels and protection and afterlives and heavens and rosaries and all these lovely, 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 lovely things that I earned in my life, and you didn't, by the way, because I was one of the only ones on earth. All these people that are trying to harm me. So yeah, whatever you say about me is in contradiction to what heaven thinks about me. So if you think I'm deadly, just like this is what happened with Jesus. Heaven thought Jesus Christ was awesome, like really, 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 really awesome. And if anybody on earth knows and believes that, you have something in common with heaven. You have harmony or a sympathy, a similarity with heaven. You share something in common with heaven, and that's a very good thing to have in your life. That's why I became so much, because I really, 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 really think Jesus Christ was a very, very, very cool man, a very streetwise person, very, very clever person, very, 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 no, not absolutely fearless. There's no stuff saying about brevity, beyond fear, be not afraid. Anyway, these people flocked all over, like I said. So these are very wealthy people. Now they obviously tried to harm me over these last 10 years. Loads. I've been killed over half a dozen times. I wake up with a black head, like a dead head, and a really, really, really mother of all migraines until about high noon that day, and then it pops and disappears. 24 hours after the point of time when I was killed is usually at night time. I have these mad whiteouts 24 hours later. Really, really bad, sweaty, crazy, insane whiteouts. Just to let you know what death and resurrection kind of feels like. Yeah, and don't push that, because they've already pushed that. You know what I mean? They're like the mouse with the electric cheese, and they're like, and then they tried harder, and they tried harder, and they tried harder. And I'm fairly certain to the point that you all got coronavirus for harming me. And it's a bit, that's a bit narcissistic to the point of psychosis. But I'm fairly certain for harming me. You cannot harm me. You cannot do harm. Harm you put on him will the harm that will be put on the entire Earth as a whole, or the species as a whole. So yeah, you smashed in my head pretty bad. I got pretty bad brain damage. Anyway, they've done this loads. Rich people, and they know now not to even get in my way. It's a big thing. You can't even get in my way, and I'm always skateboarding and trying to be so polite and not get in people's way. Because there's ancient law that I can. Well, it's an exaggerated law, but I can cut your throat to prevent my step. Cut your throat and keep walking. It's an old thing. It's found in like caves and stuff. I could cut your throat if you get in my way. If you prevent the step of the stride, if you get in my way whatsoever. It's an exaggerated poetry. It's kind of letting you know, really don't get in or piss off this guy again. I don't really get in his way or don't piss him off whatsoever. And I'm trying to be so nice and friendly in my life, despite all these. I'm not really running around being arrogant about it or demanding things. I'm supposed to have absolutely anything I want for free, and I don't. Still, shop in Aldi. Very humble. It was humility in the first place, I suppose. So you better cling on to that humility. So now, They watch me all the time. If you read the like Book of Enoch, these are the watchers, the traitors, the naysayers, and they mutiny together, just like in Enoch, and they spend their time sitting around watching me. They know they can't. Well, even that interferes me and is in my way, and they can screw at me then because they're watching me and do things at the same time, which is jinxing and hexing and things. And they've been doing this for 10 years, which is really, really, really annoying. Because I've been living by a pretty strict routine, trying to heal myself after the amount of death and resurrection and stuff, and trauma from all that. Um, so yeah, it's very predictable, my daily routine, and you just sit around all day. Oh, it's bath time. Oh yeah, he's going to have a bong time. Oh, it's beer time. Oh, it's bedtime. Yeah. So they're the traders of Enoch, and they all get destroyed in the end. Just to let you know. Also, yeah, they sit around watching me, and they know they can't interrupt me now. Now they know after so many attempts and so many rich people. No, in coronavirus, most of the people that died were very wealthy people. They're world leaders. And everybody kind of notices. That's why they closed down all of us, all the not rich people. I'm supposed to be mega rich, sorry, not us. All of you people. Yeah, I don't have any money. Don't worry, I got robbed, proper robbed. Like I supposedly, like my wife was able to take half my fortune, so they just keep marrying me to a new wife like every day, and they half it. It's like a half life, and just keeps going and going and going and going and going till everybody in the world has like €5 from the lottery, like in Bruce Almighty, and that's the way it'll probably go. So they know anyway. I know the rich people, yeah, they all died. It was a lot of coronavirus was rich people, rich and powerful people all died and disappeared suddenly, and then it was like it was even ads like, what would you do if and Bupa didn't want to talk about it and all this, and lots of people didn't want to talk, but it was mainly very wealthy and powerful people who left me vulnerable, cheated me or robbed me, and let me be harmed or stabbed in the head and foster out. Got that bench removed anyway. That was a good thing. But anyway, then fucking happened. Fucking troubled magnet bench. Had to be there just up there for my friends and myself. Love you, man. What was I saying? Yeah, so they've painfully and eventually figured this out. It takes about 3 or 4 times, Corin, isn't that right? It takes about 3 or 4 times for people to kind of get these things right. So they've already done it over over 6 times easily. I think it's actually closer to a dozen times. Yeah. Their balls dropped off anyway. And oh wait, just somewhere on the topic, a guard in Bray, right, called me a muppet one day. Actually, my friend, he was my friend, and I think this has something to do with why I'm suddenly being attacked now, because this person might be back in Bray or back in Ireland. And he's an asshole. He broke my guitar, my relic guitar. But anyway, he'd have a lot of people with bills. You know what I mean? Probably or some or debts. Yeah, I just heard that there, and everyone else did. Rusty. Stay out of Ireland. Do you know how many people want you dead? How many people? I've been bumping into people for the last fucking, I don't know, and everybody wants to kill you. Another thing is, again, I'm helping people that are trying to harm me. I wouldn't be back home now. Badly homesick you are. I would not be back home. Anyway, what am I saying again? Okay, yeah. So you had the brain damage. I have very bad memory, and the rich people also stuck loads of needles in me against my own will, so that also affected my memory lots and my ability to sing and remember my 5 hours of American music. They watch me all day. They can't get in my way. They won't harm me. If you harm me, or even a hair on my head, because I know it's tempting, isn't it? It's really just like, oh, I want to go up and cut something, a hair on his head. Although I didn't purposely make it tempting, but if I think it looks like a sheep's arse, maybe it's tempting to you. Yeah, a hair on his head. You're killable. You're very killable. You might not die straight away. You might fall or come to many misfortunes on your way to certain death. And you will fall to certain death, like even Thomas fell to certain death for even poking Jesus. Poked him. Don't poke me. Yeah, you'll fall to certain death. But they know about this. The Illuminati. Right? And I don't want to tell you too much about them, You could get fed to... You get bet pretty badly first and fed. This is one of my wives. Had one of my wives died. She trusted them, She thought she was going to have to be a pop star. They smacked her around pretty badly, and they put her in a big tank full of jellyfish, different jellyfish many, which just doesn't sound too healthy to me. But, I suppose the ocean. And they watched her get eaten alive by the jellyfish. That'll happen to you. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing to do with me, and it's nothing personal on you either. They just love killing things. Young, intelligent, young males, young girls, young anything. They love killing people. And these war efforts at the moment, even these had this thing up on Twitter. They're all young men. Like they're all young. Yeah, I know it's like a death camp. And in Ireland, oh, it wouldn't be said in Ireland, but it's yeah. So they know you're expendable. You know the way like a bee harms a human, and they go off and take their own lives, and some super bee, beautiful, honorable dignity of the bumblebee. They know you deserve death, and it'll come upon you within the next 7 years or something like this. If you survive, you might survive. Um, they can just take you and do whatever they want. And they have this higher law that isn't street law. So like there's a lot of this in Ireland now, new high court judges and new this, and they know they can just disappear you. So yeah, I'm a peaceful person. I'm not harmed. There's nothing to do with me, and it's not even anything personal on you. They don't want to kill you for any personal reasons. You're just expendable cattle. If you so much as harm, and they know about it now. It's proven. The fact that they didn't believe it and they tried, and they didn't believe it and they tried, and now they're kind of just staying out of my way, but at the same time encouraging loads of people to attack me, which is funny. So they're going to encourage yous and pay yous maybe, or loads of people. I won't even start going through the list because usually when I'm getting towards a point of being saved or delivered or brought to the Vatican where I'm supposed to be, they start doing lots of like desperate devils get really desperate. They've been killing a lot. They killed a baby there the other day. It was a really hard day. Very, very heavily hexed, tormented. But yeah, the dead baby. Compare my daily sufferings to the dead baby. Um, so yes, just let you know. I know it's coming, and I've dodged it about 10 times now in the last week. Up and down to the shops. Been swift and staying cool. Don't be afraid. Actually, yeah, it's a weird thing. I won't tell you the secrets of being sainted. But yeah, just let you know that's what happened to you. And I got blamed then in Bray for abducting people. Abducting, like girls might have asked their boyfriends to attack me or do some stupid stuff, and they both can be fucked, conspiring to harm me or harming me. Actually, I'm not sure about conspiring to harm. They must have lots of buffers or something like that. I don't know how they handle their adultery or their secretation of adultery, but they have ways of washing their warts, and so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, they know they can't harm. So yeah, they're gonna push you anyway, and to just defamation. Usually, it's just more defamation. They can't harm me, but they've no problem defamating me. So you'll hear lots of horrible things about me. Very weird. I'm not even gonna repeat the list. The list. Actually, no, gosh. Serial gang date raping pedo. And I don't want to abuse LGBT. And they call me traveler loads like I'm offended. I was like, that filthy little fucking. I said, are you supposed to be offending me, rich men? Go say it to like an actual traveler from Ireland's face. You're a traveler. It's like, yeah, I'm a traveler. That's what I was. If I was a traveler, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a traveler. So effing what? Abel was preferred than Cain. You settled scummy fucking Yoko. Have your daily bath, hippie. No, I'm not a traveler. No, and most of my traveler fans are actually gone now. They didn't really live to mid-30s, if 30s at all. They're dead. Yeah. It's made me feel very alone in life. There's less traveler people. Because I am a bit traveler spirit. I love a horse and field and not too many books. Education's not a great thing. It's very dissuasive and minimalizing. It's very reductive. Telling the kids the answers. They're not making them think for themselves too much. You know what I mean? Most traveler kids I've met are very, very clever and very wide. Very, very clever and very, very wide. But you're not a traveler, are you? Sorry. Yeah, so just let you know. Your destiny, if you harm me, or I'm not sure about conspiring to harm. It might be a bit more of a human law. But anyway, yeah. You'll be abducted. I don't know, tortured, crucified. You're free game, you know what I mean? They can do anything they want to you. Oh, that's what I was saying. I start getting blamed in Bray when people, I was homeless, and because they destroyed my family, destroyed my life, put me on the streets, destroyed me in every single way, and kept destroying me and hexing me and destroying me and hexing me and destroying me and hexing me. Weird, like I don't even tell you what they do. And then when people did harm me or believed the gossip or the propaganda in Bray and harmed me or conspired to harm me, they were all getting like abducted and tortured or disappearing, and I start getting blamed on it. I had no idea what was going on. It was like, oh, years later, I was looking back, I was like, oh, they were about to harm me or something, or something like this, or they were just about to harm me or had committed to harm. That's it, they committed to it. Like they had committed, they're about to, even about to do it, and then they look at me and they feel ashamed, and a voice comes on and says, "I really fucking wouldn't touch him." They still committed to it, so they might be very still expendable. And against nothing personal, the rich people just think you're expendable. They don't want to kill you. It's not like they're hunting you or anything. It's not like they think you got amazing things that they want to steal from you. You're just free game. You're just very killable now. So yeah, it's my little monologue trying to help the people who are trying to harm me. Um, Understanding is it's a way to stop wars, way to end wars. Understanding, woo, and woo to you, yeah, too, yeah. You're welcome. And don't get fed to a pool full of jellyfish, your family or whatever. You know what I mean? Cop on a bit.